Buenas tardes, good afternoon everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm the Commissioner General of the Colombia Pavilion here at Expo Dubai. I am delighted to have you here, and I'm delighted to have all these wonderful designers and artists, these truly showing the spirit of Colombia at Expo Dubai 2020. We have a lot to offer, we have a lot of opportunities to grow, we have lots of goodies wonderful things to sell in this magnificent market. Without further ado, I welcome you to this wonderful event, and let me introduce you to Mrs. Juliana Villegas, Vice President of Exports of ProColombia. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, General Commissioner. Good afternoon, everybody. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Muy bienvenidos a este panel que le da la bienvenida oficial e inauguración a nuestra Semana de la Moda. I would like to thank our General Commissioner Juan Pablo Cavalier for having us here today. Also, a very sincere appreciation and all my gratitude and ProColombia's gratitude to all our guests. Thank you so much for trusting us and accepting this invitation here today. Of course, all the entrepreneurs, all the businessmen, businesswomen that think about Colombia when they talk about fashion and trustworthy partners and trustworthy and sustainable suppliers. Thank you so much also for being here. And we also have some members of the Pacific Alliance here today. You're all very welcome. I would like to talk today with these very special guests about the fashion industry in Colombia. So we have five very special guests, as I was mentioning, and we want to talk about their experience in the fashion industry and what about the brands, what about their experience makes them unique, makes them sophisticated. That's what we want to highlight here today. I want to thank ProColombia's team for making this happen. Mauricio, Paula, all the Expo team, communications, of course, logistics, behind the scenes, a lot of things happen. So thank you so much for your effort. And of course, Catalina, our export manager for the fashion industry, she had this very long trip because this is really worth it. So thank you very much for your commitment. So let's take this first step by introducing our very special guests here today. I'll start with Ana Maria Sarmiento. She's our CEO and founder, that's really important, founder of Flor Amazona, the jewelry brand that you can see not only in some of our panelists, but in some of our special guests and in our windows around the pavilion. So thank you so much, Ana Maria, for being here. We have also Glorian. Thank you so much, Glory, for being here. She's the owner of Glorian clothing brand. A lot of female talent, but don't worry, we'll get there soon. We also have Jacqueline Valderrama. She's the export manager of Steam brand, Onda and Sutex too. We have Laura Parisio. Thank you so much, Laura. Also fashion designer. She's the owner and founder of her own brand. And that's
finally
last but not least, Gabriel Sanchez. He's the exports manager of Cueros Vélez. So thank you all and welcome. Let's start this very interesting conversation. I was really looking forward to being here with you and sharing all this knowledge. As you can see, this is a young talent. This is a very creative group. And I would like to start with a general question. Let's talk with the 5 of them. And let's start with the foundations of your brand, of your company. And I would like to ask you how you started. How did everything begin in this fashion industry, which is not easy? You all know it's very competitive, but we know that Colombia has everything to compete. Not only talent, but also other characteristics that I would like you to mention here today. So what's your brand's DNA, and how did you start? So I would like to start with Gabriel, because I let you at the end of the introduction. So tell us, Gabriel.
Okay, good afternoon for all of you. Thank you so much to Colombia to invite us to this panel. Well, my name is Gabriel Sanchez from Cueros Vélez. Myself, well, it's not much to say, but I'm in the fashion industry for almost more than 10 years. And I have been working in Colombia, in Argentina, then in Colombia again. And always in the sales department, you know, I'm the face of the brand sometimes to reach new markets. And I would like to talk to you about Juan Raúl. He's the owner and founder of the brand. He started 35 years ago, producing leather belts, and step by step he built an impressive company with more than 300 stores in Colombia and 6 other countries in Latin America and also in the United States. And well, as a DNA of the brand, I can tell you, obviously it's leather for the people who know the brand, but we always care about leather. We have our own tannery in the Amagá city, very near to Medellin. So we produce our leather sleeves. We also export the sleeves to other suppliers, but it's the main material. We take a little bit of new products, for example, mixing some new fabrics, new tissues. So that is the DNA of the brand and will be on the future. Okay?
Thank you very much, Gabriel. So I think if Laura wants to listen from you.
Okay, thank you. So hello everyone, I'm Laura Parisio, creative and founder, director of Laura Parisio, women's wear brand. I think since I have memory, I wanted to be a fashion designer since I was like 12 years old. And my dream was really to go to Italy and study in Milan, which is the capital of fashion. So I wanted to be there. My dream came true, so I studied in Milan for 5 years. I lived in Milan for over 6 or 7 years. Then I came back in 2016. I started my brand, and since then it's been a beautiful journey, more focused on everything handmade in Colombia and with textiles from Italy. So it's this kind of combination, this kind of bridge between 2 cultures, a very international one, which is European culture, and ours, which is our origins. So I can say our DNA is very much minimal pieces, very versatile women's wear, beautiful silk dresses which are made for a woman who wants to be empowered, but less is more, you know. We also have been presenting since 5 years ago our collections during Milan Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week. So this is the first time being here in Dubai. So we're very excited for that.
Thank you very much, Laura. Now, Ana Maria.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you guys for being here. My name is Ana Maria Sarmiento, and I'm the owner and creative director of Flor Amazona. Flor Amazona is a jewelry brand, and the brand has been around for 7 years. I'm not a fashion designer. I come from the financial industry, and I started in fashion for 10 years. I studied in Austria, business, and then I worked at the United Nations. Then I moved to Shanghai, and I somehow shifted to the cosmetic industry. And then I went back to Firenze, to Florence, to Italy, and that's how I started into fashion. So my approach to fashion is more about business rather than design. I think that there's a lot of talent, but you need to make a business out of it, right? So yeah, when I started building the brand, I thought like there's definitely an opportunity here. I wanted to make a Colombian brand, very international, with a cost that was smart enough to be able to export it, right? So yeah, that's what I did, and the DNA of the brand is very clear. I'm an unexpected brand, sophisticated and vibrant. So that's what we do.
Thank you very much, Ana Maria. Now let's hear from Gloria.
Hola, buenas tardes. Gracias a todos por la invitación, a ProColombia, a la Fashion Week por la invitación a estar acá. Mi nombre es Glory, yo soy la diseñadora y fundadora de Glorian Atelier, una marca de ropa femenina de mujeres reales. Glorian nace de la inquietud mía particularmente de vestir a muchas mujeres, de hacerlas ver femeninas, delicadas, sofisticadas, sensuales, que eso es parte de lo que está intrínseco del ADN de la marca. Nosotros desarrollamos siluetas estructuradas para hacer ver a la mujer mucho más femenina y más bella de lo que es, que proyecte mucho más de lo que ella quiera proyectar, que cuando llegue a un espacio o llegue a un sitio sea la reina de la noche.
I'm going to try to remember everything that she said, but it's going to be quite difficult. I'm the supporter of a global director for the brand. And first of all, the brand has been in the market for worldwide for the last 40 years. And she's the ADN of the brand is basically the woman. She wants to make a woman look sophisticated and elegant in everything that she wears. And she also has everything from the ADN of Colombia. She always, in her collection, get everything to rescue the woman diversity from Colombia. She take the animals, they are in extinction in Colombia, and she make the prints also, because she made the design of the printing and the patterns on every fabric that for her collection.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Gloria. Gracias por la traducción. Now, Jacqueline, please.
Thank you. My name is Jacqueline Valderrama. I'm the exports advisor of Sutex, Onda de Mar, and Steam Beachwear. This is something amazing for me because I'm surrounded with really talented people who designs, who represent big brands, and my role in this company is more business and industry than design, because my profession is business administrator. So when I read this question, when I heard the question, I said, oh my God, how I started. I started in ProColombia a few years ago as an exports advisor from companies of leather goods, control garments, and fabrics. After that, I changed to the real sector, and I started to working with Sutex, trying to make them bigger than what they are. It's a company with more than 42 years in the market, and all of the Colombian brands that produces garments use our fabrics. Gloria is wearing some of our fabrics, and I hope that Laura also bought some fabrics soon. So the DNA of Sutex is surrounded of art. Our facilities are a gallery of art because the founder is an art collectionist. So when you come visit us, you will see that we coexist with photos of Leo Matisse and with beautiful masterpieces of Laura Conrad and Nico Subria. So we are totally inspired by art, but also we are committed with the environment, and that's something that I want to tell you later. But it makes this mix something unique. Our slogan is here like this, and it's passionate by art, inspired by fashion, and also ecological conscience. That is what we want to explain to you today.
Thank you very much. So, as you can see, we have a luxury panel today. So, I would like to go on with this conversation with Ana Maria, connecting everything that you guys just said, because you mentioned traditions, you mentioned modernity, luxury, talent, business, of course. This is not a non-profit organization, so it has to be profitable. And let's try to link all of that with the ancestral techniques, because in your brand, Maria, we can see that, and we can see the Colombian culture and some of its influence in your creation. So let's talk about those ancestral techniques and that Colombian culture in your product.
So this is a beautiful question, actually, because all these ancestral techniques are the core of the brand. It's my inspiration, actually. So the task that I had when I was designing my very first collection was how to take all these icons from the Museo del Oro, like from all this pre-Columbian art, and make it fresh and international enough to be worn by people and women everywhere. So this is what I did. It was like a revamp of all these ancestral techniques, and I mixed it with contemporary elements and with edgy designs and with beautiful campaigns and with beautiful models in amazing settings. So something that was very old and maybe out of style, I made it fresh and cool and chic. So this is what we do. And also the inspiration for Flora Amazona is the environment and the animals and the plants of Colombia. So we have a lot of icons and statement pieces, earrings and necklaces that tell a story about the culture and about all these native tribes and indigenous people. For example, what I'm wearing here, it's a frog from El Dorado, right? And this frog means fertility and prosperity. So whenever you tell this to clients, like, they're very eager to buy, of course, like they all want that, right? So this is beautiful, because what I tell people is that I don't sell jewelry. Like, what I sell is culture. I sell the country. Like, I sell like something that you're gonna wear and you're gonna transport yourself directly to the South American paradise. So I'm in love with Colombia and with all these traditions that made me succeed.
That's true. Thank you very much, Ana Maria. Now, from that, from our roots, from our ancestors, let's go to sustainability. And I would like to talk to Jacqueline from Sutex, because they are, as you already mentioned, Sutex is one of our Colombian companies that is making a huge sustainable effort. So I would like to ask you to please share with us, with this amazing public we have today, how are these sustainable practices, all this sustainability, making part of the business? How do you involve everything in your production and, of course, in the internationalization of your products?
Thank you. It's really hard work, because it's not only in the environmental part, it's also in the economic and the social sustainability that we have to think when we use that word. So with that three things on our mind, Sutex is creating fabrics with recycled bottles and also with net fishing square recovered. And we try to do not use water in any of our process of stamping or any of our process of production of the fabrics, and to tell the people how they can reduce the quantity of fabric that they use in their collections. So you don't have to buy a lot of yards of meters of fabrics. You have to think really well what you want to sell and to produce with that thing on the mind when you ask us to make fabric. So we don't want a lot of sales of things that then is going to go to the trash. We want to sell something that is going to be wearable and durable during the time. In the economic part, we pay to all our workers more than the average of the sector. We also give them the lunch and the breakfast. We have buses to pick up and take them to their houses, and we feel them part of the company every day. In the social commitment that we have, we work with WWF. Also, we collaborate with a lingerie company of Colombia to protect the sharks in the Malpelo Island. And now we're working with Colombia in a soft landing program to reach the Canadian markets, because we know that if we are the first step in the production of clothing and we have certifications about the sustainable practices that we do well, also the confectionists and the designers can do it too. So it's all of these.
Thank you. I think that's a very robust strategy. Thank you very much for sharing with us. So after hearing Jacqueline and Ana Maria, I would like to go on with you, Laura, please. We had a very interesting matchmaking forum 2 days ago, Monday and Tuesday. We took a very good advantage of the expo and put in place not a simple commercial exercise. We had around 300 entrepreneurs between buyers and Colombian exporters, and you guys did an amazing job. Really, thank you for being here. Laura, you were one of them 2 days ago, being there in our business matchmaking forum. We are discovering this part of the world in terms of opportunities for our products, of our value-added products, let's say. What kind of opportunities did you identify being there in this business matchmaking forum? What kind of markets? What did you hear from the buyers, especially for the Middle East, Northern Africa, and of course some parts of Asia, who were mainly there?
Well, it was a very interesting opportunity. We had very much interest. They were very interested in Egypt, most of our buyers, also in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai as well. But for us, it's a completely different strategy. You know, our product has been more focused on Europe, as well, obviously, in South America. But still, this is a completely different market, cultural aspects that you have to know before you get in. So I think it's a huge opportunity for our brand, for all of us Colombians being here. To showcase our products, to tell the story, as you were saying. We're not selling products, we're selling Colombia, and Colombia is passion. We have a lot of passion and love to be in this industry. So I think it's going to be a very, very strong opportunity for all of us. As I was saying before, we have been showcasing our products and our collections in Milan. So this will be, I'm sure it will be a very, connection with our plans in long-term time.
Great, thank you very much, and congratulations again, because this is a chance to learn a lot, I would say, for Colombia was also a very strong learning process and to diversify our destinations in terms of exports. Now, I would like to talk to you, Gabriel, about Cueros Vélez. You already said that Vélez has more than 35 years in the market, 35 years of experience, and now, as maybe later you can see some of Vélez's products, you have a very interesting alliance with Disney.
Yes.
So I would like to ask you about it, because very soon that's a company launching. I think that's a jewel for Colombia, and we are all very proud of it. So I would like you to tell everybody what's happening with that partnership between Disney and Vélez.
Thank you. It's made me put a little red because we are very excited in Vélez with this collaboration with Walt Disney Company. It will be about the motion picture Encanto, and well, it's not a process that it was from one day to another. We have been making some collaborations in the past with, for example, some years ago we have a collaboration with an artist from Austria, Sarah von Kiniger, who took some pieces and painted some leather bags. I think when those happens, older brands start to see the value of the brand. So then we have a collaboration with Barbie from Mattel. We try to communicate some elements for the women who play with the Barbie 10, 15, 20 years ago, and it was a huge success. Then Cirque du Soleil when it was in Latin America, and I think that Walt Disney Company see all those things that we made in the past, and we start with this motion picture Encanto, who talks about Colombia. It's Familia Madrigal. It will be on theaters in Colombia on November 25th. And this motion picture will show a lot of things of Colombia that we are proud of. You know, the arepa, the things that happens on a typical Colombian family. So our design team in Vélez, they made an incredible job. It's a huge energy that they put on this product. Please go to see on the showroom, and they inspire on nature of Colombia, on the jaguar, on the flowers. So we put all those things together in leather bags, in jackets, with tissues. So this is we bring the product to a higher level, you know. So this is a very important opportunity for us. I think that this end of the year, it will be one of the most important years for Vélez, and we are very proud to bring this to Dubai, and this is a work for a lot of people. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Gabriel.
I get excited.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We're very excited too, so it's coming, November the 24th, the movie. Okay, so now with Glory. I would like to mention, and really, Glory, congratulations for that achievement, because you're the first Colombian designer to start participating at the Arab Fashion Week. So thank you for representing our country. Congratulations for that. We're really, really proud of you. And thanks for letting the Middle East get to know better our country and what not only you but also your colleagues are able to make and to do and to show from our country. So I would like to ask you about the project you have with women. You mentioned a little bit earlier, but can you tell us a little bit of detail about that project with women?
Bueno, Juliana, muchísimas gracias por la introducción. gracias a la Fashion Week y a ProColombia, porque muchas de estas cosas se dieron por ellos. Me encanta que me preguntes sobre el proyecto que tiene Glorian como marca para las mujeres. Como se los dije, Glorian es una marca de mujeres para mujeres. Nosotros empezamos a trabajar en la marca con mujeres de población o de situaciones de vulnerabilidad, en las cuales les empezamos a enseñar los procesos de fabricación de la marca, empezamos a educarlas, bien sea procesos manuales como procesos que se hacen en elaboración a máquina, para que ellas pudiesen salir de la situación en la que se encontraban y poder llevar un sustento a casa, porque hoy en día son mujeres que son cabeza de hogar. Nosotros tenemos la oportunidad de poder capacitarlas y darles un mejor futuro a través de la moda, a través de generar un poco más de conciencia social en lo que nosotros hacemos y elaboramos todos los días para llevar a las bellas mujeres que tenemos, no solo en el país, sino en el exterior también, y en este caso en los Emiratos.
Muchas gracias, Luis.
I forgot what you said, I'm going to try again to remember. First of all, I want to thank ProColombia and the Arab Fashion Week, because it was to invite us for the runway that you had last week. It was an extension for the region, for the brand, because you've already been in working with brand companies here in the Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, here in Dubai. So all this helped us to expand the brand. Regarding the brand, always work with women and supporting two foundations. In Colombia, they have worked with women that are in prison, in jail. The brand is helping the ladies to work on the making some of not dresses, but compliments, like little things, but encourage them to go more than just to be in jail. Also, we have a foundation that work for the ladies that are being like a slave in the prostitution. So we also teach them how to work on the machines, on sewing, and sell their product, and also to encourage them to be more part of the society. So that's the main goal behind our Glorian brand.
Thank you very much. Gracias, Luis. Gracias. Well, as you can see, the impact that each of you has in our communities is very strong. So thank you so much for taking all these benefits and all the good things that fashion industry has to our communities in different ways. That's amazing, really. It would be a pleasure for ProColombia to keep working with you and learning from you all. So now let's be quick, because I see that my team is looking at me because of the time out. So let's be really, really fast with this question. And this is about tips. I want you to be very generous, but really short in your answer. Let's mention one word about what talent, what ability, what our entrepreneurs should do if they want to get in a successful way to the international markets. So let's start with Gabriel and let's go this way.
Very fast. I think that it's very important for an entrepreneur and also big companies. It doesn't matter the size. Know your customer and know your market.
Thank you.
It's time.
Okay. My tip would be to be very flexible and to be able to adapt your product to each market. And just another one, keep it lean. Lean cost, lean business, lean canvas. That's it.
Great.
I'll say find your DNA and stick to it and be patient.
For me, it's persistency. I'm pretty sure that any of us here accept a no as a first answer. Never. Kindness and faith.
Todo esto nace de un sueño, de una ilusión. ¿Cómo llegamos arriba o cómo llegamos a salir adelante? Perseverando, pero dejando siempre la humildad por delante.
I think it was to be humble, and like most of all, to be humble, but still and to be persistent and humble.
Well, thank you very much. So now we're almost closing our conversation, and we're going to have a very special piece at the end that I want to share with you. For introducing that piece, I would like Jacqueline to talk about this partnership that Sutex had with Esteban Cortázar. We all know who he is, we have heard of him. If you haven't, this is an amazing chance to know who Esteban Cortázar is. And please, Jacqueline, tell us a little bit about that partnership, how it began, what happened there, and how now we're working as a team, all of us.
Okay, yes. Esteban Cortázar is an iconic designer in Colombia because he did his first runway show in the New York Fashion Week at his 15 years old. So he's working with us in a collaboration to do the official garments to all the pavilion people here of Colombia. It's an honor for us to work with him, and that the Colombia and Juan Pablo and all their team allowed us to be part of this design. Esteban was at the spotlight when this started. He was creating a collection for Desigual, who's a brand from Spain that is really big and recognized. And during the same time, he was designing the new dresses for the New York Ballet, for the reopening of the New York Ballet. But he was designing to show all the good things that Colombia has to give to the world. So we worked together, and we worked for something that is the cultural sustainability. And he summarized very well, more than me, what we did. So if you want to play the video.
Thank you very much. So let's watch Esteban Cortázar.
Bueno, me parece importante como país que celebremos nuestra cultura, que la mostremos alrededor del mundo, que le enseñemos a la gente todo lo que tiene Colombia y la diversidad que tenemos. Es nuestro color, nuestra naturaleza, nuestra calidez humana, nuestra comida, nuestros bailes, nuestros cantos, todo. Yo creo que tenemos una cultura muy cálida, muy colorida y llena de vida. Y yo creo que es un poco contagiosa en ese sentido. La gente lo siente siempre que va y siempre que nos conoce. Yo creo que la Expo Dubái va a tener mucho que ver con ese sentimiento.
Thank you very much, everybody. Congratulations to our finalists.